government's continued push towards reforming the education sector has been yielding positive changes. These modifications are evident and have been impacting the annual National Grade 6 assessment. This week on InfoHub Extended, we take a look at the recently concluded NGSA, which the Ministry of Education reported has seen positive improvements.
Roundabouts. Approaching a roundabout. When you approach a roundabout, you must use your indicator if you intend to turn left or right or make a U-turn at the roundabout. You must give other road users sufficient notice of your intent to turn. Entering a roundabout. When entering a roundabout, you must slow or stop to give way to any vehicle already in the roundabout. You must also continue to use your indicators if you intend to turn left or right or make a U-turn. Turning left. When turning left, you must indicate left on approach and be travelling in the left-hand lane unless there are road markings with other instructions. Stay in the left lane and exit in the left lane. Turning right. When turning right, you must indicate right on approach and be travelling in the right-hand lane unless there are road markings with other instructions. Making a U-turn. When using a roundabout to make a U-turn, you must approach in the right lane and signal right. Changing lanes in a roundabout. Drivers may change lanes in a roundabout if they wish. The usual road rules for changing lanes apply. You must use your indicator and give way to any vehicle in the lane you are entering. Going straight ahead. You don't need to signal when approaching the roundabout if you are going straight ahead. You may approach the roundabout from either the left or right lane unless there are road markings with other instructions. Exiting a roundabout. As when you exit a road, you must signal left when leaving a roundabout, if it is practical to do so, and you should stop indicating as soon as you have exited the roundabout. However, when you are travelling straight ahead on a small single-lane roundabout, it may be impractical to indicate when exiting.
The National Grade 6 assessment over the last 3 years has seen positive improvements in its core subject areas: English language, science, social studies and mathematics. These improvements are a reflection of the government's priority to reform the education sector. The Ministry of Education has been implementing new initiatives and policies. The ministry has been at the centre of the transformation, and this year, the remarkable improvement in performance in English at the NGSA has been rated as a mammoth accomplishment. Some 14,145 candidates sat the examination on March 28 and 29 this year. Of these, 46% gained passes of 50% or more in social studies. Passes at science remained the same as last year, with 46% achieving 50% or more. There was a marked improvement of 60% in passes for English, compared to 54% last year. Remarking on this success, Minister of Education Nicolette Henry said the improvements are a direct result of the government's investment in the sector.
And one of the decisions we made as a government was to invest more money in education. And you can go and check the budget, because I speak from an evidence-based perspective. So we have invested more in education. It used to be less than 20% of the budget allocated. As I speak now, it's over 20% allocated to education, because we recognize that we have to invest in our people.
Minister Henry said the government is recruiting additional staff and strengthening existing programs to aid the process.
What you see today, as I said, it doesn't only speak to classroom, but it speaks to the support, it speaks to the political will, the leadership and decision to improve the lives and the well-being of our people here in Guyana through education, because we know that you can only develop a country or its people through education.
The results of the 2018 NGSA examination will go down in history. It is the first time a student was able to secure a perfect score. The highest possible marks this year was attained by 11-year-old Nalia Rahman from Westfield Prep. The aspiring writer's joy was insurmountable.
I feel really happy and really grateful because I prayed for this in the month of Ramadan. I made lots of du'as. I prayed a lot to Allah, and I'm so glad Allah listened to me. I'm really glad.
Following Nalia is Arthur Roberts from the New Guyana School with 525 marks.
I feel really great and elated and happy and proud of myself that I've made it so far and I've got such a high score in this examination.
Third place top student Kadi Ali of Success Elementary attained 524 marks and was outstanding in her narrative essay in the examination. She was also asked to read the narrative.
I did want to get QC. It was the school that I've wanted ever since first grade that I heard about it. And for my study ways, I would, after 16:30, when I finished lessons at school, I'd go home, eat dinner, and study for an hour and a half. But I wouldn't go too late in the night because I'd forget it. I don't function properly in the night. So then I'd wake up in the morning, see what I can do, and then go to school.
Among the top 1% are Sienna Barcoy of North Georgetown Primary, who attained 4th place with 523 marks. That space was shared with Crystal Duncan of the New Guyana School, Isha Lakram of the New Diamond Grove Primary, and Zaya Braffett of Success Elementary. The 8th position was shared between 4 students, including Darren Ramphal of the Lenora Primary, who attained 522 marks.
The success stories of the high flyers are somewhat similar. They all give thanks to their teachers and parents for the unwavering support. Their parents had much to say as well.
So far, we've heard she's got a perfect score. Yes, and this is such a joy. This is more than a dream come true, really. It's one thing to hear that she's a top student, but it's a completely other feeling to know that she's the top. She topped with a perfect score. So we're just so grateful to Almighty Allah. A lot of hard work, a lot of prayers, yes.
Preparation is hard work. I have to give credit to Katie. She is self-motivated and sometimes she holds me accountable in getting her work done. But we oftentimes have to remind her to turn off the TV, come off of her phone and study. She did a lot of work. I have to say, she attended Success, so Mr. Success does a lot of work with them with the past papers and the mock exams and just ensure they're getting ready. But one thing we ensure that we did not do was to put pressure, unnecessary pressure on her, in saying that, well, you have to get this, you have to get this. We just encouraged her to do her best and just told her, whatever you do, this is it.
She did some extra lessons as well. And what we did is work a lot of the past papers in preparing her. But the thing is, in comparison to her sister who wrote last year as well, and is at Queens, she did a lot of sleeping. She made sure that she was well rested. She did, we balanced the studies with, playing and so on. So she played cricket and all kinds of things. Played steel pan, but it's just that, coming down to closer to the exam, she dropped the steel pan. And she did play a bit of cricket, but, focus on the studies mostly.
The results in Region 4 and Georgetown showed female students leading the way. However, in Regions 5 and 6, boys dominated the performance. On June 30, Minister of Education Nicolette Henry awarded the students for their outstanding performance.
We believe that knowledge is the power and it is the bedrock on which education is built on. And so we will continue along that theme. I want to congratulate the teachers and the parents and the education officials that work hard every day in the region to ensure that we have children that have performed and perform very well.
Topping Region 5 with 519 marks is 11-year-old Annie Kemraj of the Sapodilla School of Excellence.
I attend after school lessons. I wake up in the morning, read. I study during the night, and my father and mother help me with.
Belladrum Primary's Shamar Peters rounded out the top 10 list for Region 5, gaining a place at St. Rose's. His regional top 10 placement showed his determination and resilience under very difficult circumstances.
Feeling excited because it was a little hard studying. Now I'm free.
His mother, Ophelia Fordyce, said her son studied despite their home being without electricity.
Well, Shamar had to put in a little extra work because we don't have electricity. He had a radio lamp and he had to wake up like 4 in the morning and just study. Sometimes I will wake up with him, but not every time.
Lachman Singh Primary's Sanjeev Ramlakan is one of the top 5 boys. He said he was relieved when the results came out. The aspiring engineer said he would like to see more boys doing well at the NGSA.
I feel relieved so that there won't be any more hard work that I have to do, except when it's correct.
And, how do you feel about your grades?
I feel very, happy about my grades.
Is that what you were working for?
Well, not really. I was working to top the region, but whatever works.
Over in Region 6, Ranjiv Babulal of Port Morant Primary was able to score 520 marks. Ranjiv, who gained a place at Queen's College, and other top 5 students were relieved and excited with their placements.
Study hard, late night studies, early morning studies, no television, no games, no sports, hard work.
My score was 518 marks.
How did you feel when you got that?
I was very ecstatic, very joyous, happy, and overwhelmed.
Yeah? A lot of hard work?
Yes, a lot of hard work put in to get that mark.
Well, I am very happy and overwhelmed that I did well.
Did you expect to make the top 10?
No, I did not expect to make the top 10. At school, I felt like running all over the field, and I actually did 3 times around the field, telling all my friends what I have achieved.
The Education Ministry has also noted the outstanding NGSA performance in Region 10 and met with students and parents there on Sunday.
The idea is to ensure that when a student enters secondary school, that student is well prepared to matriculate at the CSEC level. Because what you put in is what you get out. And so if we have a situation where most of the students are getting above 50%, the possibility and the chance and the probability of them being able to matriculate at CSEC level is much higher.
While the spotlight was on the students, the parents of Region 10 were extremely proud of their children's performance. They had much to say about their support system.
For me, it was about, for us, helping Shikana to know that it's about her education and not a competition. So everything she did was about her benefit. And that is what I think really helped for her to understand that in life, you do what is best for you in terms of your education. As parents, we should always be involved in helping our children to understand the value of being better at who they are and at what they do. And that I think is one of the most fundamental lessons that any parent should teach their child, how to perform at their best in every aspect of life.
Well, I would say communication is important. Communicating with your child and knowing the child and what they're capable of is very important.
I would say supporting your child, let them be confident in themselves, so that they can do it.
I would say once to supporting your child, being there for them when they are at their worst, and letting them know it's, as the Reverend says, not a competition. It's always about you. If you fail, it's about you. It's not about your parents, it's not about the teachers, it's all about you. So what you have to do is focus on what you want and what you want to achieve.
I would like to say support your child despite whatever they go through. Always be there for them. Support. That's it.
I would say work hand in hand with the teachers, check up regularly at the school, the interactions with the teachers, and also work along with teachers.
The region's top student, 11-year-old Shakina McGregor from the 1 Mile Primary School, has attained a score of 521 marks and will be attending Queen's College.
Preparing for this examination wasn't easy. I had to study late at nights, wake up very early in the mornings and study, and go to lessons on Saturdays and Sundays, meaning I had to sacrifice most of my recreational time.
The journey towards reforming the education sector is not over. In fact, the government has been relentlessly working towards fostering the best minds to be on par with the rest of the world and is optimistic that this will become a reality in the very near future. You have been watching InfoHub Extended. Do join us again. Goodbye.